Hey everyone, surprise, we're coming in a couple minutes early. Meredith from Boss Fight. I've got Eric here. We
Hello.
are ready to answer all of your Zorro questions. We know that you guys just watched the video that had the reveals in it. And we've got a bunch of questions coming in already, but feel free, whether you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on Facebook or if you're watching this on Twitter, type them in. All of the comments do come in and we can kind of answer your questions as we go. But let's just kind of pop up those images because the first reveal that we had in the video was something we'd hinted at before. It was the Mask of Zorro figures, the Alejandro and Elena figures. And one of the questions, Eric, is, let's talk about the Elena costume that was here. It's a soft goods skirt, correct?
Yeah, her skirt from the waist down is actually going to be soft goods fabric, so you can still articulate her in cool poses and stuff. And we picked that costume for her from the end of the movie because that's like the most action packed scene with her. She does the most, and she's part of the heroism that's going on. And so we really wanted to kind of push that. But then if you make the skirt PVC plastic, you can't utilize all that great articulation that we work into our figures. It just kind of gets lost. So we worked out a soft goods skirt for her.
Awesome. And in addition to the costumes, we're getting a ton of questions in, so I'm going to get to as many as I can. I've been showing some of the yay comments up on screen. Let's see. We have thank you for producing figures from the Mask of Zorro film from Dave. He's been waiting for these and he's so excited. 2 questions. Are there villains coming? And will the figures have thigh swivel like the new hacks have?
Um, Definitely Elena has the thigh swivel, and I believe we've added it into the Zorro legs as well now. Basically going forward, we're trying to add that in where we can. If we're going to be tooling new legs anyway, we may as well add the new articulation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do. And as for villains, we do have some more waves coming with villains in it. Not necessarily for Mask of Zorro, but depending on the sales of these 2 figures, we may revisit and do some more characters from Mask of Zorro.
Awesome. Let's see. And we have Jose asking, how amazing is it to tackle different Zorro films from the figures?
Oh, it's actually great fun. I would love to go back and do some stuff from the old shows and old movies in the future, because like I said in the video, I grew up watching Zorro and stuff like that, so I like all these versions of them. I don't think any of them is necessarily, I have my favorites, but I don't necessarily think any version is better than the other. And yeah, I would like to dig some more and get some more versions out there.
Awesome. And some more costume questions coming in. Is Zorro going to have a soft goods cape?
The Antonio Banderas one will not, primarily because of the gold trim on his cape in the movie. That would be very difficult to very difficult and very expensive for us to do in soft goods. It doesn't mean we won't put him out again with the soft goods cape at a later date, though.
Cool. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there's so many questions, guys. um, all right, let's see. We've got a lot of thanks for the reveals. We love the reveals too. Why don't we switch over to the Zorro the Gay Blade while I'm sorting through all of these. There's a lot of questions around the costumes. Can you talk about the Bunny Wigglesworth character and some of the details that are coming on that figure? Because it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, the Don Diego Vega version, um, from this movie. He's pretty much a straightforward Zorro. You know, he wears the mask, he's got the hat and the cape and the um. But then when he gets injured in the movie and his twin brother takes over, this flamboyant Bunny Wigglesworth, who's changed their name to Bunny Wigglesworth while they were off in the Royal Navy. He just can't bring himself to wear black. It's, you know, and so he has actually multiple different color costumes in the movies. He's got, like, you know, reds, and they talk about all these other color costumes that he has in the film as well. But the gold is the kind of the iconic. It's, you know, it's on all the movie posters. It's in the final scene. His hat has, like, you know, all these, like, feathers coming off the back of it. He's got a new hand that's holding the handkerchief from the end of the movie where he's like where he comes in and rescues Don Diego. And he's just so much fun. And, you know, all the details, like the frills on the shirt and all that stuff, is just so cool and so nice looking.
I love how excited people are for these figures because they're so fun. I am seeing a bunch of questions around Flash Gordon, Ming, Phantom, things like that. We are not going to talk about those today because this session is focused on Zorro. But yesterday we released a video on those lines that talked about production updates, when they're coming. It talked about some reveals for those lines, things like that. So definitely go check out the video, the Hero Hacks video from yesterday. It is up on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, so let's see. Continuing back to the Zorro figures, will Boss Fight ever do a modern version of Zorro?
It depends on what you mean by modern version. Do you mean like Descendant right now, like being Zorro? That would be interesting and fun to create. But or do you mean like the comics and stuff like that are going around right now? There's so many versions of him for us to do, and we don't want to just keep doing versions of Zorro. Although we're moving into, you know, looking at the other movies and stuff like that, we probably will continue to do some more versions of Zorro. But we also want to get into the other characters around him, the bad guys and all that stuff. So
I think those are going to be so much fun when people see them too. All right, let's see. Steve is asking, the whip, is it like the previous whip? I'm assuming that means, can it coil the way our previous whip can coil? All of that.
yes, it is like the previous whip. It'll be soft enough to coil. However, these versions will, it's not in the photo, but these two versions will be also coming with a coiled whip that you can hang off their hip.
I love it. Let's see. Oh, Patty is on with us. Patty is a good friend of Boss Fight. He
Yeah.
writes a lot of our stories for us. He says, how quickly did he order these? He's probably the second that I finished saying available now. Patty, I think you were the first order on the new figures.
Nice.
If you didn't catch that in the video, all both the carded figures and the special Gay Blade 2-pack are available for pre-order, with figures anticipated very early in 2023. Let's see, what else do we got? Gosh, you guys are so excited for these. I love it.
So I want to back up a minute
Yeah.
to Hazayob, who asked about the modern version, and he
Yes.
clarifies our version, a modern, like right now Zorro, which would be a lot of fun to design and to kind of look at the character and create, what would Zorro be now. It's a fun idea. It would really depend on if the Zorro team would allow us to do that.
It is so fun. Let's see. We got some questions around, are there more figure and steed packs coming, like the Zorro and Tornado pack that we have?
Within Zorro, we don't have any hero and steed packs planned at the moment, but that doesn't mean we won't do it, because I mean, there's a lot of other great characters that we could put with a horse. So yeah, that's a kind of a wait and see sort of situation.
Yeah, and if you guys didn't catch it this morning, ahead of all of these reveals, we dropped a brand new stop motion video from Jacob McCann at McCanimation. We love working with him, and he did a stop motion of the Zorro and Tornado that is just killer. So it's on all of our social channels. You should definitely go check that out if you missed it, because it's just a minute of fun. Um, Go have fun with the stop motion videos. All right, let's see. Um, Zorro's line from the 80s, the Filmation had unique characters in the catalog. Can we pull from those? What's included in our license?
So we're looking into that because it does have unique characters in it, including Amigo, his masked partner, who's not really doesn't really have a name and stuff. And that Filmation cartoon, I loved that when I was a kid. I had those toys as a kid, and like so I would love to delve into that a little bit. Well, that's another wait and see type situation. It would be something we would love to do, though.
Awesome. And we're getting all sorts of questions on what other um, pieces are included in our license. I think we're holding a little bit back, and we're just going to continue surprising people with some things that are in there. Is that our approach, Eric?
Yeah, we don't want to, much like Zorro the Gay Blade. We didn't want to kind of say up front that we had that, but it was in my sights the second we got the license uh, to do this set. But we don't want to just kind of rattle off all the stuff we can do, because what if we don't get to it and stuff? That's kind of disappointing. And we also like to surprise people. People were not expecting us to do this movie, so we're really happy about it.
Yeah, no, it's super, super fun. Let's see. Oh my goodness, you guys are killing all of this. More questions around villains. I think we talked early on, if you missed it, that there are definitely some villains coming, but we don't want to reveal those yet. Um, and then, do you have a favorite villain from the Zorro line? I think people are trying to get you to answer this.
I mean, the classic is Capitan Ramon, but my favorite is the El Carade from Zorro the Gay Blade, because again, he's so over the top, and the actor just he just chews up the scenery in every scene he's in, which is hard to do in a movie with George Hamilton. So of course, that would be my favorite Zorro villain, would be him. But I also love that in like the current comic books and stuff, he fights a lot of supernatural threats, zombies and vampires and stuff like that. And I think that's a great take on Zorro.
See, is there a potential to see Zorro in the Power Stars line?
Um, I mean, there's potential.
I think we did say in the video that we were exploring a bunch of different
Yeah.
expressions for future Zorro. We're not ready to announce anything, but lots of different things coming.
And we are dedicated to the Power Stars format, so we will
Yes,
be continuing with it. So
super fun. Oh my goodness, so many questions. Potential for a 1/12 scale.
I mean, there's potential for it. We would have to look into it. Licensors, they do kind of give specific scales to specific companies and stuff like that. So we would have to look and see if we can. But with our we're not moving, just so everyone knows, we're not moving completely to 1/12 scale with La Borinquina. We're just exploring it, and we'll still be doing 118 and 1/12 kind of back and forth. We're doing both. And it depends on the brand. It depends on what is what the brand calls for. But yeah, I think it would be great fun to do some 1/12 Zorro figures.
All right. How about Zorro Series Z for our zombies line?
That would be fun. Like I said, in the current comics, he fights zombies and vampires and stuff like that. So I mean, there is precedent for some crossover there. Heck, in our stop motion video, he's fighting skeletons.
Oh, that was so fun. All right, let's see. Asking you to weigh in. Can Bunny Wigglesworth Zorro beat Alejandro Zorro?
Yes. Yes. I don't have to think about
Um,
that. Yes.
yeah. All right, and the paint on the bunny, how gold is it, and how close to the movie version?
It's pretty gold, and there's actually going to be multiple tones of gold in it. You can't the Don Diego Zorro and the Alejandro Zorro and the previous one we've done and stuff. They were just pretty much cast black plastic with the gloves and boots painted gloss and stuff like that, because it is what it is. But for Bunny, we'll have to paint the whole figure because you can't get that sheer, shiny, gorgeous, lustrous gold with plastic. So, and he does have two tones. If you look closely, you can see like the pants and shirt are a different tone of gold from the boots and the gloves, and the trim on the shoulder cape part and stuff like. So there's multiple tones within the figure as well. He's not just going to be gold.
That's awesome. Let's see. There's a ton of different uh, recommendations on different villains. I don't think we're going to go into specifics on this, guys. We know how excited you are, and we're really excited for it too, but we want to let things kind of come out and be a surprise. Is the bunny cape soft goods?
Yeah, the part on the shoulders a lot like the Zorro that came with Tornado. The shoulder cape is soft PVC on both of these figures, and then the cape itself is soft goods that hangs down.
Okay, let's see. What other questions do you guys have? There is a ton of passion around Zorro. And, I think we mentioned this in the video, but, it's definitely reflected. Our inventory on the first round of Zorro figures is pretty low right now.
Yeah, so we're excited to get more in.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. Let's see. All sorts of new comments. Um, are these super awesome? Eric, keep it up. Let's see. Are these the Zorro from the movie with George Hamilton? That's
Yes.
the Gay Blade figures.
Yes.
Awesome. An unmasked bunny.
We won't be doing Unmasked from this movie. There's reasons we won't, licensing reasons that they only have the masked heads. But yeah, it would be fun, but and it doesn't really come through in the photos so well, but he does have that orangey tan George Hamilton coloring that he had, so that spray tan.
Any idea when these are going to ship? These have been kicked off at the factory.
Yes.
So I think we're targeting very early 2023 is what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. The previous Zorro figures are some of the best 118 figures ever.
Thank you.
Love it. Potential for carriages, wagons, etc.
That would be fun to do. It's not currently in our schedule or on our radar, but the more these sell, we can sink more money into it, and the carriages and stuff like that can get a little pricey because of the sizes. But it would be cool to do some stuff like that. Like that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're getting more people saying it's their favorite figure. So You know, I think it's one of our favorites too. It's super fun to play with. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see. Will we feature other Zorro movies from the series?
Well, we currently have, we've got these two movies, Mask of Zorro and Zorro the Gay Blade, but we might we're gonna kind of bounce a little bit between comics, books, movies, and whatnot. So, but yeah, we hope to do some more variations from other movies.
All right. Does Elena have any variant hands?
Yes, she will have variant hands. She has like open hands, kind of like trying to get in camera, just kind of like gestury hands. So she's got the hands to hold the gun and the sword, and then she's got like posed out hands.
Yep. The dog gave away a spoiler. Yes, we had to bleep Lucy out. She is
Yes.
whining in the background, and I had to bleep it out. Sorry, guys. Let's see. We've got more people loving our toys. Let's see. More people excited for stagecoaches. Oh my goodness. And just people really excited about all of these. Um, wave 3 is dog Zorro.
That would be Fox Zorro, so his name would be Fox Fox. And
Lucy is going to show up as a boss fight figure at some point. She's in our office often enough. Let's see. Don Diego from the Mask of Zorro. Is it the young or the old version? It's the younger version. It's the Alejandro
it's the
version.
Alejandro. It's the Antonio Banderas is the version we're doing. We don't currently have we don't currently have plans to follow up on Mask of Zorro yet, but it doesn't mean we wouldn't. And Don Diego version from that movie would obviously be on the list if we were going to do it.
Absolutely. So many suggestions in here for villains and characters, and we love the suggestions, guys.
And 1/12, a lot of 1/12 coming up.
Yep. Have we thought about a build a horse wave with figures?
We haven't, because we have our kind of our own horse line with Mighty Steeds. The build a figure, when you're doing lower runs like we do, because we're still a smaller company, it really destroys your profit margin. It like really chews it up. So you have to be running a very high amount for that to be a thing that is affordable. Um, so hopefully we'll get there and be able to do build a figure someday.
Absolutely. All right. Is Alejandro's necklace a separate piece or connected to the cape?
Oh, it's a separate piece actually from the cape and the torso, so it's you can actually give it to another character if you wanted.
Oh, that's a fun thing to do. Start to swap the accessories around. Let's see. And Scrap says every hacks figure is a build a figure.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Oh my goodness, guys. You are so excited for these, and we are so glad that you are loving these reveals. We were really, really excited to get these out there. I think Eric has been dying the last month or so, ready to show off the Gay Blade figures.
Yeah, as soon as the paint was done on 'em months ago, and I wanted to show them off so bad all this time, like, 'cause they're so much fun.
Yeah, they were supposed to be one of our Toy Fair reveals, but obviously we've switched to virtual this year with Toy Fair canceled. So we had to make sure that we still did something really fun around these. Let's see. Is Norwood a retail location? We technically have a store. However, it is closed right now. We've decided that to keep our employees safe and healthy, we are not going to keep our retail store open right now. But everything is available on bossfightshop.com, and we are shipping very rapidly
Daily.
out of our
Yeah.
warehouse. Um, more questions around Phantom and Tarzan. We actually did talk about those yesterday in our Hero Hacks video, so go check that out. It's on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. Let's see. All right. Are all the swords, both Mask and Gay Blade, new sculpts?
Yes, they are because they all have unique swords. So, you know, the Mask of Zorro sword is very very specific, as is Elena's, as is Don Diego and Bunny. I think have the same sword, but they're just different decos. But yeah, the swords are new across the board.
Absolutely. Let's see. We do not have current plans to open the retail store. We will, of course, share that out when and if that comes about. Are the hats removable?
Yes, they are.
So much fun. And we've got a bunch of people saying that they want a Patty Lennon head sculpt at some point.
We all do.
It's a true story. All right, guys. I think we have answered all of the questions around the figures. They are available right now on pre-orders at bossfightshop.com. Definitely go get your pre-orders in. That determines production run size. It tells us how excited people are for these figures. It's still very important for us to have those pre-orders. And let's see. We'll close out with Brian wants every color variant for the Gay Blade.
As do I.
All right, guys, we are going to close this out now. We thank you for tuning in and playing with us and doing a fun live Q&A. Tomorrow, we've got Court of the Dead at 11. Some really good updates and I think a few reveals. And then at 3 o'clock tomorrow, we are talking about Umbrella Academy. And again, there's going to be some spoilers and reveals.
Yeah.
So definitely tune into our future sessions. And then we're going the rest of the week. So check out the schedule, join us, and we will talk with you all soon.
We're all very tired, but thank you.
Yes.
It's a good problem to have right now.
It is. Have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, guys, and we will talk with you very, very soon.
Yes.